I felt so stupid right now. You know what? I need some actual good brain food. I got no brain food. I'm sorry. I'm going to be stupid for the rest of my life. Why? Over a month, close to being 2 months probably, ago, the game theorist, also known as Matthew Patrick, actually released a third channel. Third channel, people. And it's called Food Theory. Now, to be honest, I really do like the game theorist's work, especially among his film theories as well. But a lot of the times his theories are questionable. Or am I the only one who knows that his theories is questionable? Yeah. But it can be really, really horrible. If you guys don't know that much about food theory, it's just theories about food. That's just pretty much it. But I figure out a lot of problems among food theory, and that's it's shit. Don't eat it. It's horrible for your brain. It's oh god. Now, the first issue I want to address is the same form of issue that everyone else probably will be thinking of. Now, people will defend it and say that how wrong I am. That's fine. If you like food theory, that's fine. That's your opinion. And you hate it, that's fine. That's your opinion. But it's something that I really don't like about food theory, and that is, let's list the number one thing. If you go to his channel, you got these tiles, and it is food theory. All of them going to say food theory, so I'm going to read the actual title. Never order McDonald's medium fries. And the next one is what makes a sandwich a sandwich. And you've been scammed and never knew about it. And it was supermarket secrets. But they're actual theories that doesn't belong to food theory. Like, Kool-Aid Man is a Marvel villain. Not only how does this relate to food? I don't know. I have nothing to do with food. And then we got this. Food theory. Will MasterChef Gordon Ramsay fail? It feels more like a film theory than a food theory. Not only the topics that he addressed and talk about, and just Gordon Ramsay versus Bobby Flay. And it's like, how this relates to food? Like, it had nothing to do with food. It just had something to do with television, TV. And it's filmed more like a film than a food. And the other problem is that Chuck E. Cheese pizza, should you be scared? And it's recyclable pizza. What? And then later on, it's KFC and Curse of Colonel Sanders. To be honest, I want to make this video before the first couple of episodes was aired. But I didn't have the time. And even if I did have the time, how can I tell you guys what is the problem within these videos? And that is the most God honest truth that I can tell you. And that is, they're all horrible. Even you don't trust your cake. Not only the video was all about should you or should you not put eggs inside your cake. What does this have to do with? It does have something to do with food. But it's boxed cake mix. But you're actually making cake from scratch. You really do need the eggs. And while I watched the whole entire video, yes, you can see the red marker as it says. It looked like I didn't watch all of it, but still, you get the idea. I did watch the whole entire video. He also states that the cake that does not have the eggs in it is more cakey, but more better than the cake mix that does have eggs in it. It's like, okay, but a lot of times you need the egg yolks, just the yolks, not the whites. So, well, it tastes like with the yolk, and it's like you never got to that part. Normally, a lot of times, pastry chefs actually use the yolk of the egg to actually make the cake. It really makes no absolute sense. I can admit his good theories, among my opinion, that I actually do like, was the true cost of winning the $1 million Monopoly McDonald's thing, and do not grill a burger like this. But I can agree that it is the most clickbaitiest video ever, because do not grill a burger like this. Normally, the topic is all about what way is more better to cook your burger, hot dogs, or anything else on the grill, and that is charcoal or propane. I also like the mystery of coffee of science is most important as well, but I just really don't get it. Just clickbaiting tiles, and it just, I really don't like it. And especially never order McDonald's medium fries. He never explained that the McDonald's medium fries was a bad choice. So what's going on? Are you going to explain it to us why we should never order McDonald's medium fries? Or it's really questionable among what his theories is really about. And I've been thinking about this too hard, especially the Kool-Aid Man and Marvel villain. How is this a food theory? Okay. Now, I wanted to list every single video about the problems, and that's it. So here it goes. Never order McDonald's medium fries. He never explained the medium fries or anything. And then don't trust your cake. The problem with don't trust your cake is just the eggs. And putting eggs in your cake, especially egg yolk, not the eggs white, will actually be more better than everything else. The Kool-Aid Man is a Marvel villain. It's not even talking about how it's a food or anything like somehow. In the real world, it's crazy. It's crazy. You've been scammed and you never knew about grocery stores. I used to work at retail at Fred's till it was closed down. I know about the problems among grocery stores and all that other stuff. And a lot of this stuff, it just filled with contradictions. Especially at the end when you actually got a basket full of stuff. You can just tell the cashier that I don't want this stuff. Will you mind putting this stuff back? And it's like, yeah, because we're still paid to do that. It's filled with contradictions. Like, it really doesn't make any sense whatsoever. What make a sandwich a sandwich? And it's pizza a sandwich, but it never explains that pizza is a sandwich. It explains that it's hot dog a sandwich. A hot dog. In the video, that the thumbnail is supposed to be a pizza. What? No. That what I clicked on to see that the pizza was a sandwich, but it said it was a hot dog. And you're serious? Now I can admit he did all this research, especially the origins of the whole history of if this a sandwich or not, especially the burrito incident. But can I tell you the truth? When I was a young kid, I used to watch a lot of food channels from the Food Network and the Cooking Channel. And from one of those shows, it would be Food, Facts or Fiction. And it actually explains the history of the sandwich from the laws along New York, United States, everywhere else, but less than 7 minutes. This is a 17-minute video, close to 18 minutes, and partially it's just puns. I skipped the puns because it was lowbrow, bad, and obnoxious. I don't have time to waste. It is really, really that bad. Will MasterChef Gordon Ramsay fail? It have nothing to do with, like, seriously, it have nothing to do with food. It does have something to do with the chefs, but a lot of the times it's just reality TV. Reality TV is more like a film theory. Like what? If you... and actually he used clips from actual sporting events. From boxing, from Mike Tyson. Like what? You gonna make a sports theory channel? Don't you dare fucking do it, man. Don't you fucking dare. Oh my fucking god. That would be the most dumbest thing among your reputation, man. Like, seriously, don't you ever do a sports theory channel. It is completely stupid by that matter. I can admit, the McDonald's $1 million monopoly thing was good. Coffee, science mostly important. It reveals all about the Enlightenment era of Isaac Newton, of how they really discovered gravity and all that other stuff is by coffee at the time, and it's like, okay, it does make a whole lot of sense. Do not grill a burger like this. Like what? Like seriously? Like what? And it's all explained, charcoal versus propane. So you should really title the video, should burgers taste better, charcoal or propane? Like what? This is completely stupid. 100%. I can admit he did do this experiment his way, so I'm not going to bash on it too hard. Food theory among Chuck E. Cheese pizza should you be afraid of? What should we be afraid of? It never explained, but this part of the thumbnail saying recycled pizza. Did Chuck E. Cheese recycle their pizza? Now, MatPat actually say 100% theory confirmed. Not only how is a 100% theory confirmed? That doesn't make any sense. And he say that he got two anonymous sources that actually prove it, that used to work at Chuck E. Cheese. One of them used to be a former, while the other one used to be a new employee. Okay, that's fine. That's good source. But here's one thing. Really? The reason why the pizza looked like that, because it was cut wrong? Because of one of those pizza cutter things that you just roll around, all that other stuff? That bullshit. Why I lost my job working at Fred's? Because it was shut down. I have nothing to do with it. I had to work at Pizza Hut. Looking at that, no, there had to be some really real explanation why the pizza looked like that. The prep cookers probably prepped the dough wrong, or the dough they did was wrong, or they can't just cut on accident. It doesn't really make no sense. It's like, seriously, it doesn't make no sense. So that means they probably prepped the dough wrong. They probably prepped a lot of things wrong, especially they're young kids. I can admit that we make a bunch of mistakes. Not only kids, but adults as well. But it cannot be cutting pizza so awfully. That doesn't make any sense. So they probably prepped the dough wrong. That is the only best explanation as possible. Or they make the dough, push it to the edge of the pan in the wrong way as possible. and it just come out of the pizza oven in a very, very bad way. It doesn't really make no sense. They probably did something wrong to the dough before making the pizza in the first place and slapping it in the oven. It had nothing to do with cutting the pizza in the first place. You say it is, but really it isn't. Really it isn't. And the KFC and the curse of Colonel Sanders, it have nothing to do with food. Yes, I can admit it does have something to do with the fast food industry, but it have nothing to do with literal food. Literal food. You can just make a theory of what is Colonel Sanders' greatest spice to actually make his chicken finger-licking goods. There! I actually did something! I actually did your fucking job! It's something that you didn't do! This is the problem with food theory. It's bad! It's bad! That's the fucking truth! It's bad! Oh god, it's bad! I don't like food theory. But I can admit, congrats on the 1 million subscribers. But still, your thumbnails is misled. I don't even like them. And who in the world will sit down, waste 15 minutes of their time among each video? Well, I did, because I have 15 minutes on my fucking time. But half of the video and just bunch of sponsors. Yes, sponsors. And also making up jokes. But if I be running this channel, I would have done a more better job. Like, seriously. Like, instead of being a food theory channel, it should have been like, I really don't know. I really don't know. Like what I say about pizzas, the whole sandwich situation is from food, fact, or fiction. I should have done it like that. It would make more sense. And my sponsors would have been like Blue Apron, Hello Fresh, or anything else like by that matter. Because during the pandemic and feeling a bit uncomfortable going to the grocery store wearing a face mask, you can just order food and they will just send it straight to you. Or advertise DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates. What is this? And their sponsors have nothing to do with food. It's ridiculous. Guys, I grew up watching food channels, especially my most favorite show of all time while I was growing up as a child. And I'm going to say this to you guys that will break many of your guys' hearts. My favorite show that evolves with food is not Kitchen Nightmares. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! My favorite channel, my favorite show that evolves with food is Good Eats. Because you really learn the history about the food. Yes, Alton Brown. People will say he's not the greatest chef. I can't agree. But can I tell you something? He is the greatest food historian and food scientist, among my opinion, because at least he knows what he's doing and he's talking about. And even if he makes a mistake, he can correct himself. He knows what he's doing. And when I heard about his remake of Good Eats, this was a good thing. But during the pandemic, his Good Eats studio just have to wait. But I still sub to his channel, watch his videos, and highly interested among his great style of culinary skills. It's just plain simple and easy that you don't have to go so far of doing so. And I learned so much from him, especially when I was a child. If you want the show to be done right, if you want food theory to be done right, actually make theories that does evolve with food. Now, I can admit, don't trust your cake, what makes a sandwich, and do not grill your burger like this. It's the most accurate theory that I can't admit that evolves with food. But everything else has to fucking go. I'm sorry. That's the fucking truth. It's crazy. It's crazy. So if you like food theory, that's fine. If you hate food theory, that's fine. But at the end of the day, this is not the proper nutrients for brain food. I'm sorry. It's the absolute truth. I'm not the freeze, and you know the rest. I just got that done so fast. Oh my fucking god. I need a break. I need a water break, people.